Hello Aquarius, how are you? Welcome. My name is Claire. Welcome to my channel if you're new around here. This is going to be your mid-month for July 2020. So we are going to take a look at your recent past, your current energy, and then what is in the immediate future for you. These are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, please give it a like. Please let me know what's going on in the comment section. Introduce yourself to me. Let's see, what can we really say about this? Second half of July, when the sun moves into Leo, is 7th house season for you. So the 7th house is all about partnerships of all kinds. That can be business partnerships, that can be romantic partnerships, that can be open enemies. This is one-to-one relationships where you are both equal. So those kind of themes might come up in this reading. But again, do check your personal natal chart for that astrological tidbit, and let's just kind of get into it. What's going on for Aquarius for the second half of July 2020? Okay. Yeah, totally. I'll also preface this reading by saying I was meditating on your energy, Aquarius, and I felt very strong, like 4 of Cups energy, very like introspective, very much like in your own thoughts, in your own world. And slow to choose was something that came through. So that might come through in this reading as well. Bottom of the deck is the Lovers, followed by the 10 of Cups, followed by the Moon, followed by the Magician. Wow. So if you are, again, like 7th house season themes, relationships of all kinds, I feel like there is a possibility for like a really, really beautiful relationship here. This is the kind of partnership that is you're happy, you know, it makes you happy. It brings a lot of fear with it, though, because this feels like a very deep, very old connection. This feels like something that enlightens you in some way. It marries the 2 halves of your personality in some way. And yeah, wow, that's just a really beautiful kind of energy. My words left, so we're going to just go into your reading. But yeah, so some sort of a very deep, for some of you, it might be like a soulmate connection, might be, you know, a project, a business partnership, something that has a lot of like emotional significance for you. It just really, really matters on a deep level. And because of that, there's a lot of fear that it activates because, you know, maybe it's like, oh, I've never felt anything like this before. Whew. Okay, nice light theme. Let's just get into it. Okay, in your recent past, we have the Queen of Wands, so Leo. We have the Wheel, and we have the Hanged One reversed. So there was... Okay, well, first of all, my first impression of this spread is like, there is a lot of like coming to terms with what your truth is, and then getting into a place where you're willing to share it with someone no matter what it looks like really allowing yourself to take an emotional step, a baby step. It feels like a very small baby step, but like allowing yourself to like let the past go and like have a new beginning. We have the Queen of Wands. We have, like I said, the Wheel and the Hanged Man. So it feels like for a long time you've been kind of caught up in the reads. There may have been a lot of like taking the back seat in your own life, which is a really nice thing to do sometimes, actually. Sometimes you just need to like hand over the reins to the universe and just say like, I will go where you take me. Okay. And I kind of feel like this is something you had to do because there were circumstances that were so out of your control in your current environment that was like, it didn't feel possible maybe to make anything happen. You know, there may have been, like I said, circumstances that created an environment where expressing your truth, where expressing your passion was impractical in some way, or led to some sort of like conflict of ego, or you know, like whatever, like something to that effect. I do feel like this is a person who you're in relationship to, so there may have been like a change that happened in this dynamic. Again, anytime I do one of these readings, like the recent past is like, it's not always like last week or whatever. It's like, this is the context. Okay, so like this is the emotional pattern or the season or the thing that informs where your head, heart, soul, spirit is at in this current moment. And it's just coming up so you can deal with it right now. So in your current energy, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. So I feel like you're working really, really hard to maybe make sure that you don't repeat past mistakes. I feel like whatever it is, like this wheel and this hanged man in the past, like whatever it was that created this change in this situation, where it was very hard to find any sort of resolution, I feel like you're kind of still holding on to that. Actually, I feel that there's a lot of stubbornness here but also a lot of like commitment to yourself first and foremost. I feel like you're committing to like, what does your inner truth look like, sound like, feel like, and just kind of looking around at like what your other options are while still maintaining that sense of integrity with yourself. In the immediate future, we have the Three of Cups, we have the Page of Cups reversed, and we have the Five of Cups. So like, I feel like you're going to be in your feelings a lot. That's interesting. I feel like this Knight of Pentacles is you. I feel like this is you coming through. Is so committed to doing something on the daily that the Queen of Cups comes in. I also feel like this is you. I just feel like this is like your emotional side of your personality, like comes in and sort of like sets up shop, you know, somewhere along the line in like the daily things that you're doing. Is like on your drive to work, you see something and it makes you think about something, and like, you know, the next day when you're thinking about it, you go even deeper into a pattern of thought, and then, you know, over the next week it's like kind of like transformed into this whole perception of this story or this whole understanding of a situation in like a whole new way. But it's like it's developed really slowly over time, and it's like your intuition is kind of taking on a life of its own. It's what it feels like. And I feel like you're kind of in that place where you're still feeling very protective of that. Like you're feeling really protective of like your heart and maybe the love that you have for something or someone. But also like having a lot of like details flushed out. And then it's really interesting because what happens in your immediate future is like, it's like you can't fight it anymore. And it feels like a Tower moment, except for it's emotional because you're finally in a place where, you know, you have this Three of Cups energy where you're like, I can share this with somebody, because you've felt into it enough. You've decided, maybe for some of you, that it's like true enough in enough ways that you're willing to purchase something as a result. Maybe you're thinking of proposing to somebody. I don't know. That will be true for some of you. Not all, obviously. But it does kind of feel like you're actually at the place where you're willing to like take a bit of whatever was going on in here and like reveal it to somebody. I feel like you're maybe like questioning your capacity to do that. I feel like there might be some creative blocks that come up for you, or some doubts, just kind of like, you know, can I do this? You know, can I make this situation happen? You know, and like it feels very magical to you. It feels very preordained to you. And so like, it feels like whatever it is that you want to deliver to the outside world, you want to like have it carry some of that with you. And you're just kind of like in this place of like, can I do it? You know, can I make people see like how much this means to me? And it kind of causes a lot of sadness for you. It causes a lot of grief and heartache. And, you know, the doubts that it inspires kind of start to take on enough traction where you're actually able to release them, where you're actually able to cry about them and then release them and then just kind of like pick yourself up and move on with your life. But it feels very important that you, yeah, because this row is really interesting. It feels very important that you take the time to acknowledge those fears for yourself and not just like go around them, because they will come back unless you are able to say to yourself, like, I'm doing this from a place of, you know, like having really, really been through it to commit to it. Yeah, because it's like, I feel like until you do that, you're not gonna feel confident in sharing. Like, I feel like it's this like creative block that maybe you're dealing with is like, maybe just not, yeah, it's just not gonna budge until you're like, okay, like, why am I feeling this way? And like, how can I sit with this and like make a container for myself where I just like acknowledge that this is kind of like, these doubts suck, but they are doubts, and then release them and like, etc. Because in this row, we've got the Hanged One who's just so confused. And then we have the Seven of Wands who's like finally got this clarity. And then we've got the Five of Cups who's like, well, now that I've got clarity, what do I do? You know? So let's clarify this Hanged One in your recent past. We've got the Queen of Cups again, reversed this time. We've got the Knight of Cups reversed. We've got the Queen of Swords. Ooh, okay. And the King of Cups on the bottom, followed by the Ten of Cups again. That was on the bottom of that deck as well. So, I feel like there's maybe some abandonment kind of stories that are going to be coming up here. And this feels a lot like just so in your feelings, you know, just like so deep in, holy smokes, what do I do? You know, like my head isn't clear, my heart isn't clear, and I'm kind of consumed by both. You're being liberated from that right now. You're being liberated from those bonds and those entanglements. I feel like you were so entangled in that energy. Yeah, wow. That's really heavy. I'm sorry, Aquarius. I'm sorry you were feeling that way. Let's clarify this Queen of Wands in your recent past. We've got the 8. Sorry, I'm laughing with you, and it's just funny because it's like, of course. We've got the 8 of Cups reversed, so this is like wanting like so desperately to walk away from something. You're like, I'm tired of dealing with this shit, like, again, you know what I mean? But also like knowing you can't walk away from it because there's something there for you, you know, deep in there, and it's like you haven't learned all the lessons, and it has to do with this like super dysfunctional divine counterpart that you have. You know, we've got the Emperor and the Empress, like they are equals in every regard, and they you know, divine counterpart. So it's like, again, I can't help but laugh because it's like, this is like such a good match energetically, but like on the 3D and in the 3D, the 5D, I feel like there's a lot of like things that need to be worked out in order for like this to kind of like manifest itself in a really healthy way. But you were just like, I'm so tired of it. Like, I'm so tired of dealing with this shit over and over again. I'm so tired of dealing with this dysfunctional situation. This is like, it's just kind of, I think it's funny because it's like, I want to walk away, but I know I can't. I know it doesn't feel that way to you, so like, I apologize. But yeah, there's a touch of destiny. There's a touch of destiny, and I feel like you got into the place where you realized that you had to work out your own stuff in order to be released from that situation, if that's what you wanted, you know, it, like in order to like move on with your life. There's a piece of you that was like, okay, well, you know, I'm here and it won't stop coming up, so I may as well deal with it and deal with it right. That's what it feels like. I'm just gonna have a sip of water. Excuse me. Let's go to, and now I understand why this Knight of Pentacles is in your current situation, because it's like, I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna put in the work. But let's clarify it. We've got the Star reverse, we've got the Ace of Swords, and we've got the Seven of Wands again. Okay. There's like a lot of stubbornness here, but also a lot of like confusion. I feel like the commitment that you made to like, this situation isn't going anywhere, so I may as well work through it, pardon me, with this Knight of Pentacles sort of energy. It's like, as soon as that was made, there was like a whole a whole bunch of like mental confusion that became its tag along. Okay, so there's this is an interesting energy too, because usually with these cards, I'm like, you're being too idealistic, is what I would say to someone in a reading, but I don't get that. I get that you are sparring with yourself. I feel like there's this is a lot like the Leo reading, where it's like the thin slicing, like the way that you had perceived a situation to be in the past. There's like a forgiveness that needs to come in there for like the story that you were telling yourself in the past, because your intuition took you in one direction and now you're like, okay, but wait, that's not true anymore. You know, I have to relearn, I have to unlearn so I can relearn. Like, so it just kind of feels like you're doing that with yourself. You're just like sparring, you're trying to get to a place where what your intuition, like, so you feel like you can trust it again. That's kind of how this feels to me. And we've got the Queen of Cups there. So again, this is talking about your inner voice, and it's talking about taking yourself seriously enough to work on yourself, your heart, you know? Yeah, this feels like super, like, you're developing this really great, like, self-respect, where it's like, okay, you know, it's like, it's not going anywhere, so like, I'm gonna do it. And it's sexy as all hell, okay? Like, cool, super cool. Let's talk about this Seven of Wands here. I feel like I know what's going on here, but I might not. Okay, we've got the Five of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. Yeah, so you're just like, I feel like you're lowering your guard. You're learning how to lower your guard. You're learning how to transition from like being very combative maybe, or just kind of like this battle that's going on with yourself, turning it around and like allowing it to become new fuel. And saying to yourself, I may not know if it's the right thing to do, but I have to do it in order to know. And just lowering that guard, you know? Releasing the baggage, whatever it is. And like, oh God, that's like really big dick energy, okay? Let's go into your future. Who do I want to talk about? I want to talk about you, Page of Cups. Why are you here? Okay, we've got the Six of Pentacles, we've got the Page of Cups again, and we have the Seven of Cups. Okay, so it's time to like focus in. These cards are all like, there's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of new things coming in. There's a lot of options, I feel like, for you as well. So in order to like hone in and like to get through this creative block for you, you must choose one. Because there's a lot of people that I feel like want a lot of things from you right now. I feel like there's a lot of, energetically, this feels to me that there are potential, you know, partnerships coming in from like every odd angle. And you know, you're open to it, but it does kind of feel like it is in this place where, how do I say it? It's like there's so much that it's like you're looking at each option and being like, does this give me what I need? Does this give me what I need? Does this give me what I need? you know, like that kind of like sussing it all out, but there's just so many options that it's like, you know, there might be like a playful kind of a young person here who's like actually a bit of a player. Like this is somebody who wants to keep their options open. Okay, so like, I don't feel like this is you actually. I kind of feel like this is somebody else. I feel like if you're dealing with somebody who is coming to you with like an offer of like love, affection, whatever, this kind of doesn't feel like someone who commits very easily, or this feels like someone who, again, like before they take that next step, and again, this could be somebody else. It's kind of hard to say, but like it feels like this is somebody who wants to make sure that the books are balanced energetically. But they or you might be kind of stuck in the past in some way, or like I just see like a lot of like hesitancy to commit, like somebody who has a lot of like dreams and aspirations, and like, yeah, like look, like someone who's kind of not trustworthy, not really feeling like it's hard to commit to one creative endeavor or one relationship when you're overwhelmed by your options. TLDR, that's what that is. So why is this 5 of Cups here then? Yeah. We've got the 6 of Cups reversed. Someone from the past. A sense of naivete, a sense of like childlikeness, but also like wanting to return to innocence, like wanting to like return to a sense of balance in your relationship to relationship. Okay. And again, oh god. Okay, this reading is going on a little bit longer, I'm sorry, but we also have the 4 of Cups reversed. We have the Magician accompanying this 6 of Cups reversed. So I feel like as soon as you choose, you know, as soon as you make up your mind, you are able to grow into it. You're able to manifest something really, really exciting, really, really new, really, you know, something that is in line with whatever this situation is that you feel like it keeps coming back, maybe. As soon as you like are able to like get to the core of why it's coming back, you're able to manifest something really beautiful and new and like create. I feel like this is somebody who wants to create with you, but there might be a lot of still staying in this 4 of Cups energy where it like just kind of stonewalling or like rejecting energetic counterparts in like whatever way, just like needing to get out of your own way in order to do this sort of manifestation piece. Yeah, okay, that is what I have for you. I hope this video helped. If it resonated, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you in your next reading. Bye.